Hey, neighbor. So, you should totally wear sleeves during your videos. I mean, not for any particular reason, but you've told me like 100 times that you don't even lift anymore, so sleeves. But totally a great trend. You should definitely wear masks. It saves us from looking at your face. So I bought Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the complete DVD set, a few years ago, and I have rewatched it. And I don't think it's necessarily so bad it's good. I think it's only really good because of the nostalgia. If someone our age who never watched Power Rangers before sat down and watched it, they'd be like, "This is just not good. The jokes are just super cringy, and none of the references make sense anymore because, well, everything in that show is dated." Like by 30 years. Apparently, I didn't tell you I was getting a Switch. I thought I did. I legitimately thought I sent you a message like, hey, I think I'm going to get a Switch this weekend because I'd been thinking about it for probably like 7 or 8 days. I was like, all right, if I clean my room and I clean out all the boxes and I get rid of some stuff, I can get myself a Switch. So I looked at your list of games that I should get, and I don't think I'm going to get Super Mario Party just because in my opinion, if you play that game too much, it kind of loses its shine. And I really like playing it at your house because you already have it. And my roommates aren't really the cooperative gamers. They're more of a, hey, I'm going to sit down and do career mode in NHL or NBA or Madden or something like that and just play by themselves for a few days. So it doesn't necessarily make sense for me to get that game. And all right, I told you I didn't want you to mention Zelda because I'm not going to get Zelda. Not that I don't think it's a great game. I know when you came down, you brought Breath of the Wild and you brought your Switch with you, and it looked great. But I don't have that nostalgia about playing Zelda games that you do because this is my first Nintendo console that I ever got for myself. The only other Nintendo thing that I personally owned were the Game Boys and DSs. So that I never really had a console. We did have a Wii in the house, but my mom actually got that for herself because she wanted to play or do Wii Fit. And she crushed me in all of those balance tests somehow. I don't get it. It's super frustrating still to this day. I completely forgot about Super Mario Odyssey. I was looking at a list on Metacritic of some of the top games for Switch, and it had a 97, just like Breath of the Wild does, and I'm like, that's probably something I should play. I definitely remember playing Super Mario 64 at your house and a few of my other friends' houses, but again, I didn't own an N64, so I never really beat that game myself, but I think Rocket League is the next game that I'm going to get for the Switch because I think it has a pretty solid port based on some of the reviews I've read, and I've always wanted to play it just because, I mean, it's basically soccer with cars, which are two things that I definitely enjoy. So I should probably get that. I think that's going to be the next game I get. And I do want to get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Super Edition because I think I want to stream that game. I got an Elgato when I got my Switch and my controller, so I think that might be something that I do. Abrupt transition. So my favorite Spider-Man villains. Oh, God. The first thing that came to my head was definitely Morbius, because I really liked how he was portrayed in Spider-Man the Animated Series. But then I'm thinking, like, broader picture, I feel like Kingpin's probably been the best adapted in all mediums. Is he a Daredevil villain? Or is he a Spider-Man villain? And then I also like Venom and Carnage. Kraven the Hunter is pretty cool, too. I feel like I like a lot of Spider-Man villains. I'm probably going to stick with Morbius, though. Are there any bad Spider-Man villains? Oh, Jackal. Question of the day time. Okay. I have something planned for like the first time in 2 weeks. We've established that we like a lot of the same things. TV shows, video games, movies, pretty much everything. We like almost all of the same things. If there's one difference between the two of us, what do you think it is? And don't say, oh yes, you want to know the difference between us. I have class and you don't. Yes, that's a Parent Trap quote. If you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you can't live without the 90s guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button. You're right next to it if you're liking the video. Real easy. You can follow me on Twitter at 90sguykev. You can follow Tom on Twitter at 90sguytom. You can follow both of us on Instagram at the 90s guys. And with that, I'll catch you tomorrow, Tom. Jackal. It's a jackal. 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 It's jackal. Is it jackal? Jackal. Jackal. It's a jackal. Jackal.